Welcome back to Hardar. Sorry for the abrupt ending to the last one. I got a call from my mom on New Year's Eve, so I thought I should take it. Is that where we want it? I think. Oh, I didn't bring any of my furs. I left them behind. Um, hmm. I should have cooked the salmon first. Grr. I wish I had thought of that. I think it'll be okay because it takes longer to cook than your average bear. Anyway, we'll find out. I think it takes a few hours to cook a salmon. Because a pike, as I recall, I used to fish, you know, when you first start playing, I think everyone fishes because it's like, I don't know how to catch those things and kill them, but I know how to play a slot machine. Anyway, come on, don't you dare. Oh, this is. Now, if there's a raven around, he's going to get it. By night. See, it takes a long time. I guess I could tell Roscoe that it's his job to protect the salmon. Oh crap. Stay there. Keep away the raven. Okay, we'll see. Did you do your job? Nice. Is it delicious? It better be. It is. That's awesome. How much did I take out of it? I think it was 8.5. Now it's 5.5, so that will help in the war against carrying too much weight. There was other cuts. let me see what there is here. Let's throw him a bone first. And then just before we go, we will throw him a cut. Because we're clever that way. And we will take some more weight off the water. And we'll not do that. We'll pick up ski stick. And skis. Put on the skis. Build the ski stick. Leave the 1 ouncer behind. Pick everything else up. You ski with ease on snow crust. I've never read that before, I don't think. As the snow melts, it becomes easier to ski on. If I have the right wax, it does. That's interesting. I might ask about that on forums. Anyway, time to feed him some more meat. This one we fished with, so... You ready then? Yes. Okay. Whoa! We do ski with these on snow crust. 6 miles an hour. That's faster than I walk. Is this permanent for the rest of soil month or just, I don't know. Okay, we were gonna go northeast and then northwest. Okay, I just need to check my inventory, and I don't like doing it in that map. I think we're okay. We have A, B, C, D, E, F. That was the main thing I wanted to make sure of. Oh no, it's an army of NERFs. Wait, no, it's just some annoying bird. The snow crust is just not zooming in for a squirrel. I'd like to think I'd seen a few squirrels along the way as I traveled dozens of miles. But I should have taken my skis off for that. So I'll take them off now and pay a little penalty. Did I not take off my skis? I'm still on the snow crust, apparently. What? Okay, I finally got fatigue. That's weird. There's like some... Anyway, Put my skis back on. I'm back on the snow crust. No, we're way, way too far west. And I get it, you want to kind of connect the areas you know, but so much nicer when you just explore completely new areas, right? And now I'm not doing that. Has there been any game? It would be funny if like 3 lynxes went by and I just totally missed it because I was babbling about snow crusts and which direction, whether you should explore new areas or connect areas you've already explored. Look how quickly we made it up here. So we're not going to the first one because that would be kind of like cheating. And we're not zooming in for a squirrel. Oh, we stopped going 6 miles an hour. Where did my snow crust? Oh, it came back. Okay. No. I was really hoping to get this done. Just boom. Just boom. And it will, and my snow crust is gone. Are you kidding? Give me my snow crust back. Ooh, maybe. Wait. Oh, it's right here. Beautiful. They're gonna have one. It's a knife or a bow. I didn't bring my furs because I'm so clever. Because I'm so clever, I'm gonna save some weight and not bring any furs. What on earth do I have to trade with? Anything? Of course not. Because I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's see what they have. Oh my gosh. If you caught that ahead of time, congratulations. Okay, I don't want a rope. Come on. If all you have is a rope, just say, no, I don't have anything. I don't want a rough spear. Wait, a spear doesn't even do it for me. But I'm not taking rough. Okay, if I explore the entire seal tribe thing and all I get is rough, I might, but I already know of a fine one, so that one would have to be gone. Sigh. Oh, glutton fur, that means winter is over. There is your proof. We didn't talk to folks really though. I think we talked to one dude. Got old men, we got villagers, but do we have any shaman, please? Someone with some authority, come talk to me. Are you a woodsman? You kind of look like a woodsman. Yeah, at least you had something other than like a cord. People just crammed it. Oh. What do we got going here? A tribesman and 2 women? Yeah. All right. You look like a woodsman, hunter. I've talked to you already. And you're the one with the rope. Okay, I'm sorry to embarrass you again. But seriously, bro, don't even bring it up that you have a rope if that's all you have. All right, so where are the rapids? I think they're here. So we're not going back there for our furs. We are hunting. We are hunting in the morning. I actually like it this way. It's not going to be lickety-split, but it should be fairly quick. We're tired. It's late evening. This is about the time. Not zooming in for a squirrel. Okay, we'll settle by this lake. Do we have something by this lake? Oh, we're actually kind of close to one of our shelters. So let's just go there. I don't see it. I still don't see it. Now I see it. Okay. I think, is this the one I thought I might have left the thing at? Those darn cuts, they're just rotting. I'm gonna find them one day. What are these rotten lynx cuts all about? Oh, some idiot left them there. Okay, I'm throwing him a bone. I don't think he's going to eat through a 1-pound bone, but I hope he does. Drop everything. Take off my skis. Drop my skis. Pick up my skin. Quaif myself. Drop my skin. Eat something. Eat some salmon. Eat some delicious roasted bear before it goes stale. Gosh, I need to find something quick tomorrow. Anyway, here we are. Say my prayer. Eat my vitamins. It's raining. I hate hunting in the rain. Freezing rain. I don't think I'm getting my crust today. All right. Still hasn't gone stale. Now we're still gonna feed him the bone until we're ready to leave. Okay. Looks steady to me. I don't know what you're smoking. Ski stick, please. Skis, please. Yeah, it's not just the lighting I like, it's just everything around visibility. It just captures it really well. He done eating, or he just came because I was too far away? All right, we will drop the rocks and stones here. Well, if he's done, maybe he'll bark if I try to feed him a cut. I bet you he doesn't, but we'll see. Yeah, he ate it. Doesn't make much sense, but he did. He should have been still gnawing on that bone. Okay. We get to go try to find something to hunt. Oh. No, I don't. No, I don't even have my full combat gear anymore. So we would try to avoid robbers and people like that. So. Oh, there's some deer. Okay, fellas. I'll give you 5 weather lures. You're really wasting them. I'll just show you. I gave them 5 weather lures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count the weather lures in bold. So they're like, yeah, he's cool. Why is my fatigue so high? Pick up my staff, my bow, my arrows, my broad knife, and my ski stick, of course, and all of my food, just in case there's a raven around. Oh, my branches made me... Holy crap. How long have I been carrying that for? I think a very long time would be my guess. Great content, Mr. Ferguson. Okay. Let's wield my ski stick for a bit. No, not eat. Wield. Thank you. Ski stick. Take off ski stick. Wield short bow. Wield arrows. Throw. I make the hard shot, I don't make the easy shot. Anyway. Go try to find, I think it was just 2. Is this him? No. Yeah, we're not. The wet snow fatigues them, apparently. I just feel like he should be down there. I don't know. Just totally randomly looking around going, what's going on? All right, I don't care about you. But let's see if I can find the guy with my arrow in him. Is he with the group? I can't imagine he is, but maybe. Oh, he is. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see how much juice you have left there, boy. Still not you. I think I hit the one with the most endurance. I'm sorry, honey, but I don't have time to mess around. It's New Year's Eve, and it's gonna be you. Unless that's the one with my arrow. It is. You got let off the hook. Got the whole friggin' herd breathless. All right, who's my guy? The near one. Take off my skis. I don't want to eat anything. I want to wield that. I'm glad I still have it. I wasn't sure. I don't remember seeing it lately. That's not what I want to do. I didn't bookmark anything, did I? Or no, I left everything at camp, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Anyway, this is where the dead deer is. I know it's not dead yet, but it will be, trust me. Spoiler alert. Okay. Excuse me. Got a fine skin, but it's not a winter skin. I miss winter skins already. I have to go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be right back. Where's... Oh. It's like, who broke into my apartment and stole my third beer? Wait, no, that's not very likely. Okay, my final beer of New Year's Eve, the new year being 2022, which people didn't like 2020. I said, just wait till 2021, it's going to be far worse, and it was. And I make the same prediction this year. I hope I'm wrong this time. What is the calf doing? Someone explain that to me. Oh, this is a small one. I hope I have enough to buy what I'm needing to buy. Wow, good throw, good catch. Not what I want to do. Wasn't this yeah. Wait, the antlers don't mean anything. I feel bad for the little guy. Come on, go back with your herd. Let's get my skis and my ski stick, and let's put my skis on and wield my stick and pick up my stuff. I mean, what am I going to buy with 80 roasted cuts? I should have thought this through. Did I bring my axe? What did I bring? No. It's like, you'll be fine. You come back here. All right, drop everything again. Get this fatigue off, please. Now I'll pick up everything again and wield my ski stick. And we're doing 4. And yeah, if I had my axe, pretty sure I would be building a new shelter right now. But instead I have to go back to the one I just used. Womp womp. Beer and good decisions don't mix. But we're still lively. I mean, it can't be that far. We hunted, we killed, we skinned, we butchered, and we're still lively, so. So we could have taken a more direct route home. We left nothing here. We dropped everything and we didn't bookmark it. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I was so certain I talked myself into it. Just make absolute certain, because I don't want to come back here when I go there and it's not there. Yeah, now it's almost a matter of survival. I need that axe. This is why you love my channel, this great content. Don't care about a hair. Thank goodness there's a bit of moon, but could be anywhere. Could be literally anywhere. Probably going to spend the next few days looking for it. The only clue I have is that if I haven't explored it already, that's probably not where it is. What was I thinking dropping all my stuff? Did I really do that? Did I really drop all my stuff and not bookmark it? Like, that just doesn't seem like something I would do. I mean, it's so tempting. Oh, find the deer before I find my stuff, of course. So now I have to contend. Oh my goodness. You are such an idiot, Mr. Ferguson. You are such an idiot. Okay. You know, I used to think, okay, my content is boring and I'm slow, but at least I'm competent. And now I can't even say that about myself. All I can say is at least you can watch it in 2 times speed and get it over with twice as fast. And this isn't a pity party. This is just me being annoyed with myself. All right, what else do I need from here? Oh, didn't even grab the right thing. Okay. We need food for the dog, or do we have the bones? Yeah, I remember setting that down going, oh, really? Oh, really? Do you think maybe I should bookmark where I'm dropping all of my stuff? No, it's broad daylight. You can see it for miles. Yeah, but sometimes the sun sets, and then you can't see as far. Oh, wait, I didn't think about that. You're right. Didn't think about that one. All right, what do I have? I have a knife, I have an axe. Usually that's enough. I have a skin, I have fat, I have cuts. This is a mire, so in theory I could just do it here. I'm leaning towards that. I'm strongly leaning towards that. We have too much to carry, don't we? Oh, we don't either. Well, still leaning towards that, so it must be a good idea. Put it where I am, so drop everything there, take off the skis, pick up some food for Roscoe. I can't believe I did that. Now we have firewood, so there you go. I love it when my plans come together, as old Hannibal would say. George Papard, was it? Well, I'm going to stunt your growth a bit, little guy, but it is what it is. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, skin's empty. Okay. Nothing stale yet. Excuse me. Okay. Could have done better. Is the fat still around? That would be a big bonus. It is. He was not a bad boy. Okay. Still didn't level hide working. We were doing 7. All right, does dropping the 80 get us to 7? Holy crap. I don't have any recollection of this crust thing. This snow crust, but I like it. So let's see if we can go find some deer. I think we found some. And they got their head start, so you're first in line. You volunteered. Are we doing the climb the mountain bit? Because I don't do that bit. Well, he came around already and went back? You kidding me? All right, he's one of those super deer that I don't want to mess with. So let's find someone else. Where did y'all go? Where did all y'all go? When was that northeast? Had to be fairly recent. Okay, there's one. Hunting in the rain, my favorite activity by far. No, I'm not playing hill games. I'm just not. I think there was something to the west. Man, there's just too many deer to keep track of. They say you shouldn't do archery in the rain, so Maybe I shouldn't. I'm glad I missed is what I'm trying to say. We got one arrow back. The other one's probably visible, but it's raining like crazy, so I don't see it. Man, that one just seems like so full of endurance. I'm doing 7 miles an hour, bro. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Oh, this is a big one too, isn't it? I don't really want to kill the big one. So that sucks. Because I was wasting a lot of time. Should have been more attentive. Yeah, how am I supposed to track this? I mean, come on. When he's going this way, that means the herd is probably this way. Okay, someone's here. Hopefully not just him. All right. We're not doing archery. It's raining. Suck it up, Buttercup. You can't do archery in the rain. Let me see this one. Is this the big one trying to say, look at me, look at me? Yeah, it is, you idiot. You're annoying. This one looks tempting until you realize he's not even running. And you're like, oh. Yeah, this 7 miles an hour looks good until you realize the animals get a much bigger bonus, it seems. What am I doing? Have I ever mentioned I hate hunting in the rain? It's just brutal. I'm doing 7 miles an hour. That is insanely fast. And they're like, we don't care. All right, he's going northeast, so that's where the herd is. Unless it's not. The trick is to stay in the middle of the group. They are going so fast. Is this one big? I'm sending Roscoe against him as long as he's not big, regardless of his fatigue level. Okay. Whoa. He just flew up there like there was nothing. I have no idea if this is right. Now I'm fairly certain I went the wrong way. Yeah, I did. Are you okay? Okay. You're not even tired. Are you sure you ran? They old. They old. I just think I totally got, I don't just think, I know I got totally pwned there. If I can just find them, I can use archery again. Very fresh. This is probably the one that he had. Maybe breathless? Yeah, don't give me day-old crap. Yeah, this is going back to the herd. It feels good. They're ping-ponging both ways. One of them will run out of juice eventually. Am I doing this right, or am I totally messing this up? Are you kidding me? Ah. Just make one mistake, please. That's all. Did he not keep going in that direction? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. No. Wait, was that something? That was a little one. Oh, that's all of them. Is it still snowing? But seriously, it should be able, you should be able to catch one of them. They're faster than you, but they've all got to get back together. And they have a strong drive to do that. Sleeping on me. Give me a break. All right. That was very bad. Okay, that's my target. Are you my guy? Yes. You can kind of tell because he's not running like Superman. Yeah, it just takes one arrow. One arrow and game over. Those beers went so quick. Well, the way I've been playing, they didn't go quick enough. Oh, let's get rid of the arrow. No fatigue. Don't clean the skin. Well, now it would feel wrong to get a superior skin. Oh, but I got one anyway. Oh well. I feel wrong. All right. Ski stick and skis, please. There's no more dropped, is there? I'm gonna say there's not. Yeah, you've got a shelter here. Just good luck finding it. That is hilarious. Oh, there it is. Okay. Gotta use the little boy's room again. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, does the cut stack is the first question. No. So that tells me things are starting to go stale. The axe. Feed the dog. That's always the first thing to do. Always. Why? Because while he's eating, you can do productive things. I just fed him a cut, I guess, is why. Okay, so I always, unless he's been fed already, that would be a slight modification. No, let's eat. I just feel better luck when I eat. Excuse me. Still? That's a little strange. What have you been eating? Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, that's all I have. The knife and the skin. No fatigue. So far, so good. Still didn't level hide working. And so, I don't get it. He better not be eating reindeer fat. That's all I'm going to say. He's not. No fatigue, no carrying penalty once we drop the... Oh, wow. Small hours, it's late evening, I'm tired. I have enough to cook all the meat. I don't have a rock, or a stone, excuse me, but you'll have to forgive me. It's close enough to the fire that it's not gonna freeze. The 80 was the first one, I think. It was the small one. It's a little morbid to think that I'm cooking up their family while they come to sort of say goodbye. I'm hoping there's no burning smell. Beautiful. I botched that a bit at the end, but it didn't matter. Okay, let's eat something. Something that's more likely to spoil, though, maybe. Excuse me. They're both being prepared. The dog's been fed, question mark. Oh, that was sitting there near the fire. The dog's been fed, question mark. We have 8 new forest reindeer bones, so let's give him one. 16 more. I'd like to go to bed now, but for science, I think I should. That was a big cook, and I can't believe it's still going to spoil them. So we'll see. They are not spoiled. We're not sure which side of the tick we're on in the morning, but nothing is spoiled yet. What am I picking up for? I should be dropping everything. And feeding the dog. Okay. Okay, all we have, well, let's eat. Just so there's no excuses. Excuse me. Okay, just so there's no excuses. All we have on me is the skin. 0 fatigue. Still alive. still alive. So this is ready to be beaten to a fur. I think we have enough, don't we? You know the drill. Ski stick, skis, apply the skis, wield the stick, ski a bit. Oh, we're skiing. Pick everything up. We're doing 5 miles an hour because of the, whatchamacallit, the snow crust. And we'll be back here to get that one. There's a log. We didn't bring a rock though. A tree trunk, I should have said. All right. There's another tree trunk and there's a rock. And another rock. Tree trunks everywhere. Come on, you can get 5 rocks. I love where that tree trunk is. 2 more rocks. We can do it. There's one. And then we never saw another rock. We didn't know why. Okay, that's enough. Wait. I'm building a fire. Picking a rock of the 12, the best one. Do I have a bone or no? If I don't, I don't. But if I do, I do. I better have the skin. I do. Okay, this should work, even though I'm not fed. I'm almost fed. We got it. Hopefully that's enough. Oops, dropped the wrong thing. Dropped the rock. Pick up the skin. Drop the skin. Pick up the sticks and the skis. Apply the skis, wield the stick, ski a bit. Pick up everything. Oh, I'm fatigued as hell. Drop everything, including the stick. And let's get rid of this fatigue. Let's feed the dog and let him have a little snack before. Excuse me. Well, he seems to have finished. Stick, please. Thank you all. Drop the branch. I don't think it makes a difference, but I know it's there. Okay. Let's try that again. There's got to be one in here. There's got to be, and I'm going to try to find it. So, no fatigue, nothing keeping me here. I'll bookmark it just for heck. Furring spot. Okay. Okay. With any luck, this is it. This is it, fam. I'm a believer. Okay, this guy's a sage, I think. Shaman. Same difference. All right. Bring me your adventurers, please. I don't think I've seen an adventurer in this whole sorry, group. Do you? All right, let me see who the second best would be. This guy. This guy is lacking. What about this guy? This guy is sorely lacking. Is that an adventurer? What is this guy? He's something. Oh, he is. Oh, you suck. You suck. Oh, this is like the sauna from hell. This is like the South Park with too many something in my water park. I was so sure this would be it. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get some luck. I've been overdue for some luck. This is my luck. This is my luck. Big fat pile of nothing. I'm not doing rough. As I said, I'm not doing rough. What shows up? It was bow or knife? I don't think it was spear or knife. I think it was bow or knife. I'm just going to buy this and we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure this is it, fam. This is it. What am I doing? And this is going to be dirt cheap, I think. This is going to be like 33, right? Oh. Well, that's pretty lame. How about... No way! I didn't even mean to do that. That's crazy. Okay. 4. 8. 10. 11. Okay, 12 and 127. 13 and 126. 14 and 125. So he wouldn't take 13 and 126. For the record, 13 and 126, no, but 14 and 125, yes. I'm gonna feel so stupid if this isn't what I was supposed to buy. We got it. We got it. A cave. Okay. Go to the north and you might find a cave. Okay. We're a bit tired. But yeah, there's a cave there and a cave there. And if you think there's no caves in there, well, I think you're mistaken. So as soon as a third cave shows up here, that means it's new. The first cave is right by this village. Second cave is just sitting there kind of by itself. So the third cave is going to be further back in there somewhere. That being said, I still have a lot of junk that I kind of want to trade for, right? Before it goes bad. I don't know. What have you got? What if I just want like 7 arrows? $30 and 3 is a yes. $30 and 2 is a yes. $30 and 1 is a yes. 28 and 3. Now I don't know which is better. $29 and 2. So 29 and 2 is a no. But 30 and 1 is a yes. What about 29 1 and 1? What about 29 1 and 1? What about 29 1 and 1? He wouldn't take 29 1 and 1 but he would take 29. Wouldn't take 29 and 2. Would take 29, 1, and 1. The thing is, I think the second one is better than the 29. What about 27? No. 26. No. 27. 3 and 1. 28, 2 and 1. And then we'll try 29, 1 and 1, and he'll say yes. So we have discovered that 30 is better than the 3, which is normal. Looking at the order they appear in, usually the delicious on top, and then tasty, and then plain good, and then bland. Okay, so we got rid of some cuts that were going to spoil. We have a fine northern bow. We have, what's the last thing we bought? No memory of that. Oh, arrows. We bought 7 arrows. I don't know why they're not stacking, but they're not for now. We'll get them to stack later. So, do we have our axe? We do. We are a bit tired. I think that skin will be fine. I'm just going to go for it. Oh, I had to wield the bow in order to finish the quest thing. Well, now I feel dirty. Okay. Take off the stick, wield the bow, wield the arrow. Pretend that you're going to aim at that tree. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, now you're good. And let's go. There's some unknown. Not zooming in for a bird. No. Oh, the light died just when I needed it. Remember, there were 3 caves. No, there were 2. There were 2 caves. There's 2 of them. There's one there and one there. I thought there were 3. Okay, So if we find a third cave, that's new. Did we find one? No. Did we find one? No. All right, I want very desperately to find it now, but I think that's silly. So we're just gonna, I hope it's not snowing, is it? We're gonna, drop everything. Pick up my skin. Drop my skin. Eat something. Oh, pick up. Let's have some more salmon. No, let's finish these. What happened there? I don't know. Let's finish these. Excuse me. Okay. We should have done this sooner, but we did it. Anything bland or not bland? Anything stale? Nothing stale. Where's the dog? Dog, where are you? Gosh, you're annoying, dog. Okay. Skin, drop, food. Salmon. Eat. And pick up ski sticks and skis. Ski stick. I know there's only one, and skis. Pick up everything. Remember, there were only 2 caves. So if I can find a third one, that's a new one. Throw fresh meat at the dog just to get him to oh, that's different. He's not going to eat it if I don't hit him. And he's already on something. Okay, if this is bugged out, then never mind. All right, are we not bugged out now, please? That would be good. Thank you. So, Well, that looks like a cave, is it not? I'm just going to say that's a cave. That's two caves side by side. I bet I don't have a torch though. I bet I don't have a torch. Let me see. I think I have one. Don't I have one? I left both my torches, really? You really can't explore a cave without a torch. It's not allowed. Find a bone, please. He says no. Okay. Find me a axe, please. At least 13, please. Oh, go F yourself. Go F yourself. Oh, we'll make it work. We can make this one work. Because we're that good at this game. Would you have thought to do that? I don't think so. No, I'm being silly. Wasn't that creative, but anyway. This is the one time I think I did use a torch in previous games. Because going into a cave without a torch is no fun. I should have brought the branches and lit it outside the cave. But anyway, a torch lasts for a little while. So, here we go. Drop everything. This is good when you've got a torch burning to waste all this time. It's absolutely wonderful. Ski sticks, skis. Put the skis on. Wield the ski stick. Ski for a few feet. Oh, we got to take them off again. Okay. Torch should still be burning, right? Let me see. I can't tell, but I think so. Most of the caves are empty. Sometimes you can find an animal. Big elk. Man, so bright in here with a torch. Nothing in there. Which reminds me, I think before this series is over, that treasure hunt I was given, I should complete that too. If you were wondering about that. Okay, so. So what have we done? We finally did salmon and trout. Took forever. Weapons of the North was pretty quick. A cave was even quicker. And now any big elk. I don't remember any recent ones that I feel comfortable using. So in all likelihood, this will be a new big elk that we just stumble across. Then we have to build a house, which we've already done, but we'll do again. It'll be 3 by 3 inside, so 5 by 5 outside. So it won't be tiny, but it won't be huge. And then warfare is where we'll either die gloriously or that's the one that's big question mark. It's like 70-30. I think I'll probably win that one, but that's just a random number I picked out of my butt, so who knows? We'll see when we get there. I don't think I have anything else. Do I have A, B, C, D, E, F? I have a G. My northern bow. Now I have a G. Okay. Skis. So we need to get back to our skin, which is way down here, I think. Furring spot. Yeah, that's where it is. We found a new village. Should we go to it? I guess. Just to be sociable, because I am nothing if not sociable, as you folks know. What is this, a shaman? Yes. I even got it right. I didn't call him a sage. I don't really have anything I want to trade, really, do I? I don't want to trade fur for fur, because I assume he works some sort of a profit margin in there. If there was a squirrel fur, I would go for that, I think. Or just something that, like some yarn. Can we do that? That one is almost certainly empty. What does this guy have? Oh, you read my mind. Yeah, let's do that too. I'm thinking 7. I'm thinking 6 of those. About 4 of those and 2 of those. About 2 of those and 3 of those. About one of those and three of those. How about just three of those? About one of those, two of those. About one of those and two of those and one of those. But one and three he will take, right? Okay. I think that's fair. You must really like bear cuts. And you don't get them very often. Because you're a coward who sits in his village all day instead of going and hunting bear. Am I right? Oh my gosh. It's a little bit too close to home. Oh no. Little yarn. Give me that. That's mine now. Out of my way. Nettle yarn. Not very valuable, that. Like 2 blend cuts, maybe? Oh, I haven't cooked those. Okay, 1 and 2 he will take. 3 he won't. About 1, 1, and 1. No. 2 and 1 was the deal. Okay. I have no idea. We're just making friends here. Seems like a fair trade. I have more yarn. I like yarn. I don't like making yarn, so I'll let you make the yarn for me. And please don't follow me out of town. That gives me the willies. What are you doing? What is the dealio? Can I navigate this? I think I just did. Okay. Beautiful. We're going pretty much due south, so we're going to do a hard southeast. I guess we're going to come here and say hello. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, there's another one. I'm probably not going to go to that one. If there's like a northern knife just sitting there and price is right, I'll probably pick that up. I've already got a fine northern bow, I believe. So I don't want just a northern bow. But a northern knife? Don't have one of those yet. Or northern spear. Yeah, you pretty much suck. Just saying. No reflection on you, but you pretty much suck. All right, you people just need to stop breeding until you build more housing so that you're not all crammed into the same house. I'm just saying. Hypothetically. Oh no, that's too bad. I just have no use for rough knives. I mean, what am I going to do with it? Look at it and go, ooh, I almost have a real knife. No, that's not going to work. Oh, sigh. I talked to you, right? And you had bupkis? Oh, I didn't. Maybe you have something for me. No. You suck as well, sir. Nothing personal, but you suck. Okay, what am I doing? Put my skis back on. What do you think I'm doing? And they're following me again. Stop following me. All right, so now where? Still southeast a bit and then southwest. And check all elk, because we're looking for a big one. But we're only hunting a big one. Because elk suck. All right, hard southwest. Oh, come on. All right, I can live with that. I mean, not ideal. Okay. Come on, elk. You're elky, elky, elky. And I don't mean the StarCraft player. Or the poker player. Oh wait, that's the same guy. Ah, you thought I knew nothing about anything. Well, you're not far wrong. Did we leave things here? If we didn't, then are we supposed to have more stuff? We have our knife and our axe and our new bow and our spear and our staff and our old bow and our arrows, including the ones we just bought. We have all our clothes and our skin. What would we have dropped somewhere if we were dropping something? I thought there was more back here, but I guess there's not. As long as we have our axe. We do. Okay. What about our bones? We brought all those with us? We brought all these. Those are the current ones. So okay. That's rinsed. We're tired. I think it'll be okay. No, drop nothing. Drop everything. Okay. Skis, drop. Eat something. Finish your bear cut. Eat your salmon. Maybe finish it. Probably not, but eat a lot of it. Half of it. What do we have for fur? Maybe we can lie on this? I don't know. Okay. It took us to small hours. Not exactly what I wanted, but we have light, and this is still superior. And we were smart enough to bookmark where we did the last one. But we need to feed the dog and maybe tell him to stay. I'm going to tell him to stay. I don't know if he will. Hit or miss on that one. Skis, please. Did I not? Oh, I drank before bed, I guess. I got it on me? Yeah. No. Drop. Pick up. Eat. I don't trust him to stay, so I'm going to have to bring all the food, unfortunately. Okay, ski stick and skis. Put the skis on, wheel the ski stick, do a bit of skiing, pick up everything. Oh, get our spear, you never know. And let's go. Oh, it's up there. No idea. No, drop everything is the way we normally start. Then drop the skis, then pick up the skin, pick up a rock that's already on the tree. And here we go. We're vigorous. We have no fatigue. Everything is perfect, except the light could be a little better, but it will get better as we progress. Come on, superior fur. And still not leveling it. Anyway, it's a superior fur. What do you want? I brought some food. Let's eat it. Excuse me. And let's just take a nap. What's the worst thing that could happen? Okay, we're back to vigorous. Ski sticks, skis. Anything stale yet? Oh man, that fur. It's not my bear fur, but it's still pretty awesome. My bear fur is winter, and it's a bear fur. But that's a nice fur. I don't have my skin with me. I left the rock. I'm 99.999. Okay, there it is. Yeah, here we go. He's still here. He's here for a change. It's a miracle. Usually he runs off after a badger or something. No, we're not throwing those. Let's try again. Okay. So, we were stuck on salmon and trout for episode after episode after episode. Today alone we hit salmon and trout, weapons of the north, a cave, which is what we wanted because we don't want to get stuck in the north and the ice and all that stuff. So a big elk we can find anywhere, a house we can build anywhere. Warfare is going to be in Como or the vicinity. Warfare is these pink guys. Where are they? Zoom out. Pinkish, purplish pink. Now we did have trouble getting to Como with the ice and all that, but it looks like there's a way through without crossing this huge body of water. I don't know why we didn't do that. I think we were too impatient. But yeah, we have to, I assume there's like a little village or a little war camp somewhere in those pink things, and we have to find it and kill everyone in it. And that's going to be probably tricky. I thought I had the arrows for it, the superior broadheads, or might have a different descriptor, but broadheads, the best broadhead. And then I was thinking that Nyerps tend to have lamellar armor, which I think is good against cutting and not so good against point. So maybe just if I find some superior arrows, some regular arrows, because I've seen how they can mess up deer, give them serious bleeding wounds. That's supposed to be the advantage of the broadheads, is they cause bleeding. But if their armor is good against that, we might rethink that. So, blah, blah, blah. Happy New Year. This elk could be quick. It could be is that an elk? No, that's my fur-furring spot. It's where I collapsed from exhaustion without realizing I was exhausted. Deer. I mean, I could check that out, but I'd rather find something new. There's lots of elk in the game. You just have to stumble across them, and eventually one of them will be big. And it's probably, I predict it will happen in early next month. That's my prediction. So you can hold me to that. What's the next month? Is it's the one planting month or something like that, where you start, I think we're that far along. There might be one more month in between. Maybe planting month is in summer season, so there would be one more month in between. Anyway, we'll figure that out when we get there. That's it for this episode. Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching Hardar.